What's up, you guys? It's a lovely Saturday, just wrapping up the end of the day. I just wanted to do a little shop talk and kind of a tour of what I got going on in the coming weeks, months, all that good stuff. So if you guys look right behind me, you guys can see what is a 66 Chevy Nova or Chevy 2. This is the first big project of the year. We got a lot of work going on this thing, and it's gonna be awesome. I'll give you a walkthrough in a minute, but I wanna break down a little bit of the parts that we're gonna be doing on it. So I got the Mittler Brothers Hydro Shocks with the full E-level system. It's a, if you guys aren't familiar with it, it's a hydraulic coilover. So it has a hydraulic pump system and reservoir. And what that's going to do is control your ride height, the availability to go up and down whenever you want. Also, the cool feature about it is it has a built-in coilover. It's a 3-inch coilover, so you still get that race car suspension, but when you pull up to the car show, you can air it out or lower it. You're not airing it out because it's a hydraulic system. Along with that hydraulic system, you don't get the problems that you do with air ride. You don't have to wait on a compressor, none of that stuff. It's quick, it's instant up, down, however high you wanna go. And we did the AccuAir E-level kit, so I will be able to program preset heights, as well as the sensors that attach to the Hydro Shocks. The next cool thing that we are doing is we have a LS3 being built to a 427, and that's also getting Whipple supercharged. So that'll be coming here in the next couple of months. We are doing the Church Boys front modular clip. So that's super awesome. It's gonna come with the C6 spindles. We're doing Willwood 14-inch brakes all the way around with 6-piston fronts, 4-piston rears. The Master, what else? I gotta do some adjustment to the suspension in the rear. It's already set up in a 4-link, triangulated 4-link with a pan-hard bar. I gotta do some adjustment to that, and then that'll be ready for the Hydro Shocks. We're gonna be doing custom 20-inch wheels, as wide as we can go in the back. If anybody knows about these cars, there's very little bit of space in the rear end to be able to do big wide tires. This has already been DSE mini tubbed, so we're already ahead of the game. But we're probably gonna do 20 by 10s, 20 by 12s in the rear. Hopefully we can get 12s into there. And then like a 20 by 9 up front. And as you can tell, there's a lot of yellow markings. The yellow and blue tape is signifying what the first phase of the project is gonna be. So I'll give you a little, let me switch the camera around and I'll give you guys a little rundown of what we're gonna be doing on this thing. It's gonna be awesome. So you guys are gonna have to make sure you stay tuned as I start posting videos more and more often about this thing. But let me flip you guys around and I'll give you a walk around of the car. So here we are back flipped around, guys. So phase 1 is gonna be a lot of the metal fabrication on this thing. Church Boys is backed up on their time frame. They already notified me. We're looking at probably about another, I would say, month and a half to 2 months on the front clip, which means that the engine can't go in until we have the front clip. But in the meantime, I'm gonna start a lot of the simple stuff. I'm gonna weld and blend all these body lines. I'm gonna make the patch panels that I can weld and blend in for these, where the roof and the B pillar per se would go. So I'll get that cleaned up nice and smooth. I'm gonna be deleting the drip rails on this thing, all the way front to back. Let's see what else. In phase 2, we're still looking for a solution for the lights. I do know there's a guy on Instagram, 396 Marrow. He makes some badass lights for this, so I think we might end up running those. Let's see what else. The holes in where the trim would go on the back, we're deleting those, getting rid of all that. let's see. I'm gonna internally mount all the hardware for the bumper. It just makes it look so much cleaner. So I'll go ahead and knock that out. I'm gonna tuck the bumper probably about a ½ inch to get it nice and tight up to the body. And the bumper will be painted body color. So you'll have to wait and stick around for that to see what color we're doing. Fabricating the exhaust cutout. I'm gonna do a crazy cool custom stainless exhaust tip through here. So I will be cutting up a lot of this bumper to make my own custom spot. Let's see, what else? Same thing on this side. Fill, blend the body line where the package tray and the quarter meets. I will be getting rid of the gas tank hole, filling and blending that. Same thing up here on the roof line. I'll be getting rid of this section, making it nice and flush. Again, drip rail delete on this side as well. And to top off a lot of the first phase of the project, we will be doing Kindig door handles in this. So I've got the door handles. We'll go ahead and get that in the process this upcoming week or so. The big stuff that we're doing here inside the cab, I will be doing a Holley 12.3 dash. So I'll be custom fitting that in there. We will be doing a touchscreen dash mounted radio, as well as filling the glove box and patching up basically all the holes, the ashtray, all the vent switch holes and all that, and all the light holes, all that. We are going to go to a push button start setup on this. And then in phase 2, I will be doing the whole center console custom with pockets and everything. And that'll come along once we get the Tremec TKX transmission, 5-speed manual transmission for this thing. And once we get the motor, we'll mate those two together, stuff that in there, and then I'll figure out where I need to go from there with the dash fabrication or the center console fabrication. And yeah, so right now I'll pop this open. Sorry guys, it's hard to open the hood one-handed. Right now we're just bare bones. So this is the stock front clip, very outdated, and along with the fabrication in phase 1, I will be shaving the firewall as well, doing a custom application. I'm gonna get the base cut done, and then once I have the front clip, I'll know exactly where I need to make some more modification. But we'll also be doing a custom front core support, as well as I'm gonna box that all in and do engine bay fabrication in this thing as well. So that'll be an exciting little part for you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and close this hood. Oh, and also custom hood hinges and hood latches, all of that stuff. And in phase 2, we'll also be figuring out what we're gonna do with the hood, whether we're gonna switch back to a flat hood and do some recessed vents for the supercharged motor, or what we're gonna do. We haven't quite figured that out yet, but we got a little ways to go before we get there. Then the next thing is Martin's NBS. We are pretty much wrapped up on that. I think by the beginning of the week, I'll be ready to go on this, and he will be ready to have it back. We did the tubs, did the wishbone 3-link, did the whole front kit. So I sprayed these with Seymour Paints 316 stainless paint that they have. It's basically like a weld-through primer, and it is killer. It gives it such a good look on it. These tubs look awesome. They give them that sheet metal look without the rust that happens with sheet metal. So let me take you guys around to the front. I'll show you the rest of what's going on here. Let's Give me 1 second. I gotta make a quick squeeze. Oh, it's a little tight in the shop at the moment, guys. So, again, bear with me as I one-handed open hoods. Oh, there we go. So, as you guys can tell, I did a new front grille. Still gotta put that light in. We did tubs in the front. I relocated the fuse box. I just gotta cut the factory box so I can replace that and put the cover back on it. Relocated the, I think this is the throttle body or the cruise control, one of the two. Relocated that and relocated the ECU as well. We went ahead and we're waiting on the K&N intake that we're gonna do. We're just gonna do a little stubby. Again, tubs on this side. I did the coolant tank, and this is the same truck. We did the stone fab kit on the front, did Reckless struts, Reckless tubs, pretty much everything from Reckless, and then as well as the Reckless battery mount. Got that all knocked out. So all I need to do on this to finish it up is just wire up the battery. I had to extend the battery cables, obviously, because I went to the front of the truck instead of where factory was. Then I need to bleed the brakes, take her for a test drive, make sure she's good, and then we're done. This bad boy is wrapped up. Let's see, what do we got? The next project we also have is Jarrett's C10, his 65. I've already done the firewall. I made custom panels, and then I went ahead and boxed this out at an angle and made it look fantastic. I think it looks so good. Gives dimension and depth to the firewall. I need to go ahead and make some pieces for in here to kind of just hide off some of that area. It just looks unfinished. So I'll knock that out as well. I went ahead and cut out the center hump. Somebody did some pretty rough fabrication in here. So we're going to a LS platform with probably a 4L60, 4L80, or even a 6L80. We haven't made a decision yet, but I can still go ahead and fabricate this area right here and do the raised trans tunnel because I know that we'll need to go ahead and do it. This truck is going to be a lay frame truck, so I need to create some more space. So that's in the works for this week as well. Get some of that stuff done. And then what do we have? Then from there, later in the next month or so, we'll start working on getting all the motor and everything out and start sourcing an LS. I've already done the short bed conversion as well as the big window conversion. So that's all good to go. Then we can, like I said, start working on the motor, start working on getting this air suspension and the parts that we're gonna go ahead and swap. Probably do a drop member on this. Haven't decided who we're gonna do, whether we're gonna do a chopping block or whether we're gonna do a Porterbuilt. You guys know I love my Porterbuilt trucks. So we're still in talks on that, but yeah, pretty much gonna have a semi-empty shop here soon. And the main focus will be on the 66 Nova. This thing looks killer, even missing fenders in the front grille. It's just such a cool looking car. As you guys know, I've done a couple of them now. So stay tuned, guys. I will be posting a lot on this car. Try and get as much content as I can because this is gonna be such a kick-ass project. You guys aren't gonna wanna miss this. So stay tuned. Like I said, today's Saturday. I'm pretty much wrapped up for the day. I wanted to just get this car. We had to get this client C10 to Barrett Jackson happening next weekend. So if you guys haven't been to my Instagram, I'm gonna post a little bit more, but make sure you guys check out his C10. If you guys are looking for a truck, it's up rolling across the block next Friday. I think 3 to 5 p.m. somewhere in there. But I'll make sure to put a post on that, and you guys can find my Instagram page. It's at Murillo Fabworks. You guys will see the logos. Logo looks the same on YouTube as it does on Instagram. So be sure to check that out, guys. Good to see you guys again. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, share, all that stuff. And I will get back with some more content for you guys this week. Thank you.